Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Always, if somebody can hit my a mic check, just in the chat, just let me know if my mic is all set up and working. Thumbs up from anybody that the mic is working, cause I don't want to go the whole stream and then realize it was never working. That'd be very sad. How you guys doing today? Oh, nice, nice, Aaron. Great, because if that was happening, that'd be so sad. How's everyone in the chat doing? How is the chat? Ryan Bandu. Okay, nice. We have some new guys. Love to see new names, new faces. Hi guys, welcome to the chat. TGIF, definitely TGIF. I had a very stressful week. I felt like it was never gonna end. I remember I was having calls early this morning, like in the overlay. Yeah, it's a real basic. I need to hit you up, Aaron from friggin' Launch TT Gaming. I need some better overlays, and you know you the person to hit me up. Yeah, I've been just in meetings right through the weekend. It's been super stressful, but you know, as always, I try to come together and put together some slides so we could have an interesting discussion. And this forum is just a place for us, you know, to get to know about this. Need to make a crypto channel for your links. Yeah, I deciding if to make a channel specifically for this. I'm not sure, but you know, I say I'm making too much channels. I had Feeling Forward podcast. I had what you call this other channel. I had a few other YouTube channels, so I think it just put everything here for now. And if something taken off, then I'll put it in a new channel. But you know, always glad to see Aaron, Shadow Switch, Kyle, big up. You know, typical Trini, Devan, love it. Ryan Bandu, new face. Aaron, I know you say you couldn't make last stream because you had to watch you know, the DCEU, but that's no problem. That's all good. Ugh. Let's see if I can fix this webcam. Bring it down a little lower for the guys. Don't forget to like people. Aaron, thank you for reminding. Yeah. Just please hit a like. I always forget, and then we go the whole video with like 0 likes. So if you get a 1 or 2 likes, that could be real good. Wait, I'll create one so you can change your links. Yeah. I sleep away. Oh no. Well, it's 4 was. 4 was real plenty. I had to watch it in 3 takes. I had to watch it in 3 partitions. Is Zack Snyder. I mean, I understand what he was going for, but 4 was is a lot to ask for. Alright guys, so we're gonna do the what we do weekly, which is first, hey Darius in the chat. What we're gonna do first is do a little market watch. So we're gonna see how the market has been looking over the course of the last week. And then we're gonna be talking about some of the topics that are currently going on. Just look at some of the articles. Then we'll go to topic of the day, and then we'll do question and answers, and hopefully I can answer some of the questions out there for you guys. So let me switch the camera over to the main. Here, Bitcoin is 58,000. So you could see here last 7 days, I think essentially we could say a week from today, when I had the last stream, Bitcoin almost didn't move in price. So let's look at that here. Yeah, so last week I would have done it. It would have been probably around 57. So no, wait, is this a 7-day chart? No, it's 24-hour chart. Okay, yeah. So last I probably did 58. So yeah, it's about 58 again. So but you have to remember that Coinbase IPO is coming out April the 14th, which for me I think it will cause Bitcoin to be very bullish. So that's something to be looking out. April the 14th. That is what, 5 days away from now. I think that's gonna be huge. And I guess that's why you guys tune in here, so you get to hear it here. And yeah, Coinbase will be IPOing. That means they'll be releasing stocks. And they are one of the biggest and most trusted names in cryptocurrency right now. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We can also look at the 7-day chart. So 7 days, in 7 days, it went from 2,900 all the way up to 2,140, which was a big run up. And then it has been hovering around 21, I'd say. Would people buying soon? Stonks? Definitely stonks. And you can see Ethereum, if we look at, let's say, the 90-day chart or the 180-day chart, Ethereum is doing amazingly well. So I'd say, I think every single month so far, Ethereum has been making an all-time high. So we should, I mean, people tend to be disingenuous towards, so yeah, look at February. That was the high for February, is it? 1969, then 1927 was, yeah, March, and then coming down to the end of March, we hit a new all-time high. So yeah, basically we've been progressively making all-time highs in Ethereum. So that's huge. Let's look at some other coins because you guys like me to look at other coins. Polkadot, just hovering around 40,000. Ripple. Okay, so everybody here know that I think Ripple is complete trash. And this thing is $1 for one. So if you have Ripple, I'd recommend selling all. No. that's crazy though. If you look at the max history though, Ripple is never what it used to be, which was like $3. And I think it's always interesting to look at coins versus their past all-time highs and if they've ever able to surpass those previous all-time highs. And the fact that Ripple still hasn't surpassed its all-time high, I think that's a bad sign. But that's just me. That's my thoughts. And I hate Ripple. It's a centralized cryptocurrency that claims to be decentralized, and it's pretty much trash. Uniswap, still around 30. Cardano, everybody keeps thinking Cardano is the new Ethereum. We'll see how that plays out. I don't want to see anything. Wrap Bitcoin is such an interesting topic. I think I should do a video on Wrap Bitcoin. You guys could write in the chat what you guys think about that. Tron, okay. Okay, so that's just some prices currently in the market, and I don't know if you have any thoughts on any prices you want me to look at. Let's look at like Cointelegraph. And I think we have 10 people here, so suck it, start the presentation soon. Let's look at Cointelegraph. So Coinbase, Newsquake, drives Market Pros, gains as NG soars. Yeah, Bitcoin to zero, not while this Redditor has 187,000 to spend. Crypto warning for online sports betting now legal in Wyoming. That's big. That's big. I following ads closely as well. Well, I could tell you, if somebody wanted ways to make crypto for free, it have things like you could use your Brave browser. Darius and we also use your Brave browser, and we get friggin' crypto for free. Okay. Can I buy digital CBDC retakes London financial hub status post Brexit? Why Bitcoin stuck on SSDK? So I would say the biggest news really out there is the fact that Coinbase is coming out with their stock IPO, NFT gaming, and tsunami of trading volume lift waves to all new high. I think NFTs will be huge in games. Gain some bats, yo. Yeah, Basic Attention Token I think is a hugely undervalued project, and I think there's a lot to do in bats. So I would say holding a lot of bats in the future would be good, and that's a long-term hold for me. In bear markets, I'll grab up some. The major support area is 1800, but weaker than Bitcoin's analysis. Okay. All right, guys. So I think we good to go for the presentation. Anybody good? Use Brave also. Yeah, definitely use Brave. This is not Brave right now, but that's because I have to run certain plugins to block ads and all kind of trash like that and MetaMask and stuff. But I have Brave right here. So if I click Brave, it would pop up right here. Whew. So this is how Brave would look. And you can see here I have a whole 15 cents US on Brave. But we'll see how it goes. It's a pretty good browser. Okay, so Iran gives it thumbs up. So I guess we have one thumbs up right now. So that's a good amount to start. Any more thumbs up to start your presentation? Have it right here. So let me load it up into the present mode. This man rolling in the dough. Nah, I really ain't rolling in the dough. Lego. Okay, cool. Lower the volume a little bit so everybody have a better time hearing. If it nice, do it twice. Hey. There only bars in there. Okay. As you guys know, at the start of this video, this is where I'm gonna clip. So this is where my YouTube video would be starting recording. So today we'll be looking at blood coins and virgin coins and what that means in the ecosystem of cryptocurrency and what is, let's say, the viability of such a interesting measure. So we're going to watch a video from Kevin O'Leary where he kind of mentioned it, and then we're going to discuss further from that.
Bitcoin, my bad boyfriend. Are you still a big believer in crypto?
Yeah, Hadley, you're right. It is a bad boyfriend. And I'll tell you what's really emerging as a bit of an issue, problem, challenge. Institutions have not yet really engaged in Bitcoin as a property. You can believe it as an asset.
So he's saying that Bitcoin hasn't really been touched by investment firms, but we've already seen the billions of dollars that MicroStrategy has put into Bitcoin, as well as Tesla paying in 1.5 million, and there's been GBTC from Grayscale. So I think it's kind of what I would say, it's a misnomer to say that institutions hasn't been touching crypto.
Property, currency, whatever it is, it's still really nowhere in the institutional portfolio. And the problem we're having with it, and since I last talked, it's only gotten worse. We have compliance on large institutions. We have covenants around how assets are made, whether carbon is burned, whether there's human rights involved, whether it's made in China. All these issues that have now come to the fore on Bitcoin. Institutions will not buy coin mined in China, coin mined using coal to burn for electricity.
So it's funny that he mentioning that they wouldn't buy Bitcoin mined in China or Bitcoin or assets mined using certain carbon-based emissions, but nobody talks about the gold. When you acquire gold, how that gold was mined. So it's interesting. It's interesting how they have like this two-sided approach to it.
Coin-minded countries and sanctions on them. And all of a sudden, there's this huge demand for virgin coin with the provenance known. This is a really interesting problem. And I see over the next year or two kinds of coin. Blood coin from China, clean coin mined sustainably in countries that use hydroelectricity, not coal. I'm going on the side of clean coin. I'm buying assets inside of miners that can do that. I'm working very hard to make sure every coin I own is compliant, because after I declared my interest in getting...
So you probably just heard that. So he's interested about, apart from buying or acquiring virgin coins, setting up his own mining operation so that he would be the one getting that. So let's get into this piece, what we mean by this. So Kevin O'Leary's thesis is that institutional investors want to know where the coins are mined. And that's because of their covenant, or let's say what the people who invest in these firms, that's what they ask for. And his thesis is they are basically virgin coins and blood coins / dry dirty coins. So something to think about is what these virgin coins, right? How much virgin coins are possible to exist? So the old coins, or coins that has already been mined, makes up about 18.5 million coins, right? Which means to get at 21 million, only 2.5 million exists. And that can be mined to 2140. Only way to make sure of that is probably centralized crap like Ripple. Yeah, I think so. We'll discuss it further. So, 18.5 is the old coins, as in what currently exists and has been mined, and 2.5 million is the virgin coins. And when it says virgin, it really means that when it was originally issued on the block as a block reward, it has no transaction history or a very small transaction history where there's complete chain of custody. So that's how they would do that. So to start collecting Bitcoin now with only virgin Bitcoins, how would you do that? So right now, 900 Bitcoin is produced a day because our block reward is 6.25 Bitcoins right now based on the current halving. And if we look back here, this is the halving. So if you guys remember, the first halving was 50 to 25, then 25 to 12.5. We are currently the 6.25 era, and then we'll be going on into 3.125, etc., tending to zero, right? Now you would see here that 900 Bitcoin a day is around 320,500 Bitcoin a year. So that's 100% of the Bitcoin that can be created in any year. Now all the miners are competing, so it's not like if Kevin O'Leary sets up a mining rig that he would get 100% of that crypto. He would get a percentage of the crypto being created. If he was able to access 10% of all the Bitcoins being mined, that means he would only be able to get about 32,000 Bitcoins. Now, 32,000 Bitcoins is not how much Bitcoins in terms of the scale of Bitcoin. So if you do 32,000 by, let's say, 60,000, you're looking at, what's that? 1.92 trillion. 1.9 trillion. So I don't think he's gonna get his hands on 32,000 Bitcoins. That's just not happening. I would say that if they get 100% of the market supplied, which is all this Bitcoin, it would lead to a huge supply shock. So let's go through what a huge supply shock is. So, miners. I'm not too sure how much of you guys are familiar with mining, right? So when you mine in your parents' home, it's all well and good because you don't pay electricity, you don't pay for accommodation, you don't pay for the piece of land, you don't pay for internet. It's a different story when you have a whole mining operation. And when I say a mining operation, I'm referring to having almost a building and facility set up to do mining. So look at the amount of miners this guy has. They have to have maintenance staff, they need to have parts to change it, they need cooling equipment. It's a whole facility. Think of it like a plant. And then they need to sell Bitcoins to cover the operational cost. So what that means is the 6.25 Bitcoin you're getting per block, everybody competing globally for that. And then you have to consider that they get a portion of that. So let's say they get 5%, 1%. They have to make sure their operation covers the amount to basically make that Bitcoin. Now, a lot of the supply goes to the open market, aka the exchanges. What that means is, as they mine the Bitcoins, they take it and immediately sell it. And when they immediately sell it, they will make their margin. And then off that margin, that's how it's profitable, a profitable operation. And that's what they get taxed on, etc. So if virgin coins are sold at a premium meaning if Bitcoin is sold at 60,000 right now, I could say, I will buy that virgin coin from you for $65,000, $70,000. I would pay an excess or premium to purchase those virgin coins. As Kevin suggested, miners would be incentivized to sell exclusively to corporations or these investment firms. So instead of selling it on the open market, they could immediately go sell it to those corporations by having some backdoor deal. And then immediately it will fund, let's say, all these mining operations. But then what happens is that supply that usually goes onto the exchanges no longer going on the exchanges. So what does this mean? Historically, Bitcoin is hodled religiously. So if you look back on this chart, look at it. In January, all these coins were taken off exchanges. And usually, this is just from 2018 here, but before let's say a halving, like right after a halving, a lot of crypto is taken off exchanges, and that is continuously going to happen. So we rely a lot on the new bitcoins being mined to be dumped on exchanges for price discovery. But if everybody who previously buy bitcoin not selling, and then the new virgin coins that they pay a premium for also being hodled, that means the exchange not gonna have new supply. They're only gonna get the people who day-to-day trading, which means the volume of bitcoin gonna be traded. Gonna be low, sorry. The volume of bitcoin traded will be low. Now, if the institutions only want virgin coins, this will dry up the market supply. As I just discussed, virgin coins, and then you have the old hodlers hodling, and then the amount being traded will be low. And when the amount being traded low, the speculation could be very high in price or very low. That small volume determines all the price action. So the supply shock that will lead to a drastic price change. This exchanges only rely on old Bitcoin, and the miners are incentivized to sell even if they are hodl gang. So somebody might argue, well, Bitcoin miners might not want to sell to Kevin O'Leary. They would want to hodl, but the hodlers, they don't care about if it's virgin or not. So they would rather sell it, get it for $65,000-$70,000 at 10,000 premium, and then go back on the open market and buy. So they'll get more crypto. So they are totally incentivized to do this operation. Now the miners can sell at the premium and rebuy. So that's a huge issue. So another issue Kevin O'Leary gonna run into is the concept of the Coinbase, which is the block reward. But then you also have the transaction fees. Transaction fees make up 10 to 20% of the money in a block, right? So there's the transaction fees that you usually compile into one address, and then you usually put the Coinbase into that, so you have the Coinbase and the transaction fees. But then this person would be saying, no, I don't want you to merge the inputs. I want you to send the Coinbase reward to a separate address than the transaction fees. So they have just additional, let's say, logistics in getting the crypto fresh. And it's just something interesting to consider. So what we just discussed, this is virgin coins. Now let's discuss blood coins. So they refer to blood coins as bitcoins mined in countries like China, Iran, Russia. Basically, they use coal, they use dirty means, and possibly it is in areas where there are humanity aid crisis. So they believe that this is not good for, let's say, society. So currently, Bitcoin mining farms signal the mining group they belong to. So they would say, okay, I belong to the ant miners, or I belong to this mining group. Essentially, what would happen is this will escalate the need to stay anonymous, and they would stop signaling that they are anonymous. And what happens is, you have to remember, Bitcoin is not anonymous, it is pseudonymous, which means it doesn't actually protect your identity. It just protects, it just is anonymous enough to do interactions. So, looking at KYC and AML laws that try to get your identity, and organizations seek to tie names to addresses. So KYC is know your customer, AML is anti-money laundering laws, right? So that is when you go to an exchange and they say you have to give us your ID card, your birth certificate, the name, your mother maiden name, every single document you have to get an account, because they want to tie your addresses to a name. So illegal bitcoins. Bitcoins known to be held by blacklisted accounts are monitored, and this is let's say we're talking about things like Silk Road, or the hack from Mount Gox back in 2013. All these are blacklisted accounts. If you obtain Bitcoin from a blacklisted account, it will be seized if deposited onto an exchange. So if you deposit Bitcoin onto Coinbase, they can immediately close your account and you will never get that crypto back. So you have to be very careful of where you actually get your crypto. So if you're buying peer-to-peer, or you're buying local Bitcoins, or somebody say, hey, I'm going to sell you some Bitcoins, so sell you the Bitcoins, it's completely okay on the blockchain, you get it, you give them money. But what happens is that Bitcoin, if you were to submit it or put it into let's say BlockFi, you would immediately lose your account. There was recently a case. What happened is some blacklisted Bitcoin was dropped on an exchange from somebody who lost their, like, previously that blockchain, that Bitcoins was tracked to somebody who stole theirs in a hack. And the courts decide to seize it from the company. So you are now at risk to losing crypto to seizures because it was deposited in a Coinbase and it was previously known to be hacked. So that is a risk you have to incur. Now, if you buy from, let's say, Coinbase, you're probably safe. But I'm saying if you buy from somebody off the street, somebody you barely know, you are at risk. And what happens is this makes Bitcoin inherently less fungible. It means that the Virgin coin does not have the same value of the old coins as these blood coins, where it was mined in a different geographical area. And this is really bad for Bitcoin, I think. And they really need to work on increasing the, let's say, the fungibility and the privacy. Now, there are, the risk I was telling you about is different coins having prices is bad for the Bitcoin, let's say, brand. Merchants and exchange blacklisting addresses, which means you are not sure if you hold dirty or illegal Bitcoins. And then if the merchant sees it, you're not going to be reimbursed. It would be like if you collected payment for something with drug money. You didn't know it was drug money. You just did your job. And when you deposit in the bank sees the money. You didn't get back your money. You're not reimbursed. And that's just no bueno. So some Bitcoin upgrades that I could talk about in the future that lead to fixing this is ZK Snacks and Taproot. The very interesting technology, zero knowledge proofs. Amazing. And I think I should do a video on this. But yeah, that's two upgrades. But the problem is Bitcoin upgrades take forever to get implemented because they usually lead to a civil war. So it really comes down to how this gets, let's say, discussed and signaled by miners and nodes that they want to introduce to the network and the protocol. Most likely, reality is only for institutions to sell to investors at a premium, which means, let's say Kevin O'Leary would sell it to the people who invest into his firm, so they pay the premium. This will lead to further supply shortage. The virgin coins must remain virgin, and therefore they can't be selling it, aka Kevin O'Leary. And this will probably lead to things that cause 1 million per coin in 2026. So that's a simple overview of my topic on Bloodcoin and Virgin coins. I hope you like this video. Hopefully provide you some value, and you can hit that subscribe. I'm going to answer some questions, Q&A in the chat. So if you want, you can hit it up now. Hopefully that was a good presentation. I just thought it was an interesting topic and, let's say, concept. Anybody in the chat? And I'm answering questions on this topic and also other topics. Anything. All right, Aaron. Nice to see you still here. I don't know how much viewers we still have, but I'm just glad to, be able to talk to you guys and, you guys interested to hear what I have to say. Any interesting questions or, topics you want to bring up or questions you have about this concept of fungibility within Bitcoin? Essentially, you could say the concentration of this at the end of the day is simply that coins being less fungible means they're treated like an NFT, and then you almost have this case where, let's say, the bitcoins will have to go up because the supply shortage is getting just stricter and stricter. Nice, Devan. Thanks for sticking around. I hope it was an interesting topic for you, and you say it was good info. And the concept is something to do with oh, nice shadow switch. It's to do with there's a certain amount of Bitcoin just being created, every day, and if that is sold at a different price, and then you have the people who hodl, they always hodl. The amount of Bitcoin remaining to be traded is going to be so low, it's going to blow up the entire space in terms of pricing. This means man had to be careful going peer-to-peer. Yeah, completely. That is one of the risks I was trying to alert people to, is that by being peer-to-peer, what happens is you're going to run into a situation where maybe you get some Bitcoins from somebody who got it from an illegal source, and then you deposit it on Coinbase, and they immediately pull your transactions, delete your account. That's, nobody likes that. Nobody wants to lose their entire crypto, and you're not going to be reimbursed. You're probably going to get a call from the FBI. Alright guys, we have 7 concurrent viewers and 4 likes, so if the 3 other people who in the call could just hit a like, that would be amazing. This is probably the first time it had no questions, boy. Very interesting. I'll probably, give it a minute again, and if nobody have questions, I'll close it off. But always glad that people are interested to come to these conversations, and I'm glad that you're here for the education, because what I'm trying to spread is not this pricing or almost, let's say, this BitBoy way of thinking of price actions and graphs and stonks, but we have to be considering the philosophy of Bitcoin and what it means to be have Bitcoin, unconfiscatable property, and we really need to continue thinking in that direction, and the philosophy involved with Bitcoin and being in blockchain technology. And we're gonna be here for the next 10 years, so we might as well make it nice and cushy. Yep, yeet bite Hanu Crypto. Thanks Aaron for always interested in the conversation. Thanks Kyle for coming through, and Devan for coming through, and for all the new faces and names I saw. I don't know who's here still, but thanks so much for half an hour of your time. And I hope I could always bring more value. Anytime I see new articles or any interesting things like Coinbase, I'll be sure to always update you guys in the news, so you always know when new info is coming out. PivX is preparing for a big liftoff. Let's see what PivX is. PivX. I'm not too sure what PivX is. Use up data protecting data currency. So your rights, your protection, your funds. Well, I mean, yeah, that sounds like a decent, interesting idea. So maybe I can check out that. Thanks XXFPV in the chat. Alright guys, thanks so much for coming out to the video. Hopefully I brought value to you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So take care and see you.